Hello everybody and welcome to SimRacingOnline, round 3 of the Spring ACC GT3 Series, the 24 hours of Spa. We are just finishing up pre-practice as the guys are getting out, get their last of their practice laps in. We're getting ready to move into quali. Quali will be a 15-minute session, starting in just a minute here as I will advance the session. We had a few dropouts just before today's race, so I'd have a limited field here, but these guys are going to be very determined, and it should be a very exciting race as we battle on into the night and through the skies, the dark skies, and into the morning. So hopefully have an uneventful race as far as players making it all the way to the end, but this should be a true challenge of both endurance and a good test of driving skills. Excuse me. As we are now at that exactly top of the hour, so what I'm going to do now is advance the session. So you guys are all going to get to watch me do this. We're going to go to the garage here, and I'm going to advance and forwarding to next session. Okay.
Green light, go, go, go.
With that in mind, I'm going to show you a quick shot of the points. As you can see, Roberto Bali is leading this championship. He's got a 4-point lead over Simon Geimer, and who has a 1-point lead over Mark Ekins. And David Plummer just around 7 points behind him. So if you look at that, about 11 points or so separating first through fourth, and then with Tanner right there a point behind fourth, it's really going to be a good battle for to see who can do what here at this awesome track, Spa. Here's a quick look at what we're looking at here. See the map of Spa, famous track. This track, I believe, opened in 1925 and was modified many times. We take a look at David Plummer here. We'll get out here on the track now and start watching these guys. So David in that nice custom livery Bentley HSR. It's a beautiful looking car. The guys are beginning their warm-up laps here for the qualification. We try to pick up the pace here to see where we are. Get this back into live action. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, and I'm gonna put the times up there for you guys. You can see the gaps. We'll leave it on gaps for quality so you can get a good look at what's going on with each driver. That's good looking. Let's go down the list here. We have Andrew Harper joining us today. He's coming out of the pits now. Rocking that McLaren. Leon Martin also in the McLaren, I believe. Is that him right in front of him? Yeah, these guys are Team McLaren. They're good looking livery there too. Right, and let's try to get a head start here on who's coming across. It looks like Plummer is gonna start. He's coming right through the chicane. 20 turns on this. I believe there are 11 right-handers and 9 left-handers, if I remember correctly. As Plummer here starting on a hot lap. Take a look at what he's looking at. She comes through Eau Rouge. Going through the gears and see how he holds on here. Take a little bit of curb. Yeah, nicely done. Keeps his foot in the throttle. Very nice. Through the Kemmel Straight. This is one of the longer tracks that we race. It's 7.004 kilometers or 4.352 miles. Of course, it's the current venue of the Belgian Formula One Grand Prix. It was first held in 1925. It's had a Grand Prix every year except for 2003, 2006, as well as hosting several other events, as well as this series and the 24 Hours of Spa, the World Endurance Championship, the 6 Hours of Spa, and then the TCR Spa 500. It's also home to the Uniroyal Fun Cup, which is the longest race in the world of 25 hours of Spa. So they just add an hour. So, you know, it's undergone several redesigns through its history, and most extensively in '79 when the track was modified to shorten from 14.1 kilometers to 8.7 miles to the 6.98 kilometer, 4.3 miles. And due to safety concerns with the old circuit, they got rid of it. As you guys well know, that famous movie Grand Prix, based on in the 60s when there was actually, I think, 2 deaths within 15 minutes of each other. And after that, they started putting the barriers up, and it got completely safer there. Okay, so there we have a lap from Plummer. Puts him down. Let's adjust this here so that we see it at the top. All right, there's Selby at the top, but Plummer in second by half a second behind. So let's jump on down to take a look at who's next in line here. Get my mouse over here. Here is Tanner, who's rocking that Lambo 63. Nice looking livery there. As we're just under 10 minutes remaining here. Points leader Bali, who just crossed the line, who did set the fastest lap as of now, a 2:21.065. Just beat out by Andrew, who just crossed the line with a 2:20.75. Some 3/10 separating first and second right now, with just over a second down to fifth place. 1.4 separating 4.5. Get it, Andrew in that rocket that. So let's take a look at who's coming up here. 28. Let's get it at Lauren Martin in that. Who's going to be crossing the line here as he goes through the chicane. See if where he can move himself up. He's currently in 10th. And he moves himself nicely up into 6th place. But again, look at it, some 10 seconds off the pace, so this was probably more of an outlap for him. Let's check on Andrew. Looks like he's starting a hot lap. He has not turned into time. Let's keep going down the list. Get a look at these cars. And Jones in the Merc. He's sitting in the pitch right now. He'll probably wait it out. He might just be waiting it out. And then we have Ricardo Rico from Ifia. And that nice looking BMW, that green and blue. Look at those rims. Nice job as he puts himself on the leaderboard. Look at that, 2:19.695. Some 1 second ahead of Thomason's time. So that was a ripper for Ricardo. Very well done. Let's see how he handles a Rouge. Oh yeah, he's got to split it. Maintaining speed all the way up through there. Hard on the brakes. Get the Lacombs. Oh, as he camps it after Brussels, before Brussels. Okay. Where's my mouse? Here we go. Let's check out Andrew. He's coming through sector 2 right now. Oh, and he has a quick off. So that time will probably be wiped out as well. Let's check out Bali again. That 52, he's just now going into sector 2. Rocking that Ferrari. As we hit just over 5 minutes left in this session. I'm hoping we get a couple that we're missing. Might be trying to join before the session is over. But this is a long race and it is the weekend, so you know, real life gets in the way sometimes, so it's just how it goes. And that 63 Tanner, does he move himself up? Does not. 43 Plummer, he's crossing the line. I'm watching times as we watch Bali here. Looks like we have an off. Ekins has put it in the sand over there. We'll check back with that later. Looks like he's back on track. There, here he comes through, coming into the turns 19 and 20 chicane. Really tricky section right there. And let's see if he can better his time. He's sitting in 3rd right now. Tires are all warmed up. And it looks like he does not better his time. Within a half a second though. So let's check out Williamson. P4 currently. That's a nice looking Audi. Oh, he's got a little bit of loss. Okay, and he is into the barriers. So that lap's going to hurt. No harm, no foul. But looks like he might have got in Tanner's way there. See, let's check on Samir. We haven't checked on Samir yet. Oh, he's rocking the Austin today. Very nice. All black Stealth 46. He's going to be hard to see when the nightfall comes. Looks like the sun is going to stay out for us today. We don't know what's going to happen tonight. It is Spa. It could be raining on one side of the track and nice and clear on another part of the track. Traditionally how it works here at Spa. Just a beautiful track. Just a beautiful part of the language they speak here. They speak French and Dutch here, so it's tough, you know, in Belgium. You can speak either one, and then also they speak a little bit of German here. And so I don't speak any of that, so it's going to be, I'm just going to butcher all these names all day and night long, and that's cool. Well, as we're hitting into the last 3 minutes of quali here, look at the sun coming up that car. Wow. It's almost like a metal flake, carbon fiber. That's what it is. It's carbon fiber. Dark. He works his way around. Let's see. We got guys crossing the line. It looks like Ricardo Riva is still on top. 43 of Plummer coming across the line. Williamson looks like he's moved himself up a little bit. Let's check Bali right now. He's going to cross the line, and then we'll get back to see what Bali can do. He's now in third. Is he going to better his time? He does. He picks up some tenths and puts himself second on the pole, 3 tenths behind the leader. All right, let's check on Samir coming through the last sector 3 here. Coming up into 19 and 20. Hard on the brakes, that Austin. Listen to the throats of that thing. Just a well-rounded car, this Austin. Now let's see if he comes across the line, if he can better himself out of 8th. And he does not move up. All right, who do we got closing in here? In the 14. Ricardo and that BMW is coming across, see if he can better his lap. 19.6 and no, he does not better his time. All right, looks like we got a little bit of activity here with Ekins. Okay, he's parked. Tanner's on a ripper. See if he can get himself back up there in the top 3. Into that chicane. So get across the line as we are ticking down. This will be his final lap. He killed actually 30 seconds. He does not move up, however. If he chooses to, he was finishing time for another lap, so he might put another one in, as well as got in the 32 right behind him. Williamson is also qualified for another lap after getting across that line in time. 10 seconds left. So Harper's calling it. He's going to stick where he is. So we've got on a ripper still. These would be the last laps for Williamson. Looks like he's cashing it in too. It looks like I don't see anybody on a ripper. Let's 46. Samir. All right, let's see what you can do, Samir. See if we can bump himself up. However, in this endurance style race, you know, it's not going to be where you start. It's going to be where you finish. As he brings it across the line. And does he move himself up? He does. Into fourth. What a great lap by Samir. Very well done. As the session has ended. So there we go. I believe I have to do a quick little push of the button here. Let's see what's up. Garage. And hit that. Okay, now we're back in action. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the timetables here. There are your laps and your sectors. Look at Rivos, sector 1 and 2, purple in both, and then Bali in that sector 3. So there could be some battles going on right there, as they are very close, you know, within 3/10. And then within 5/10, right behind them is Tomlinson in that Bentley, half a second behind. Then Samir, just over a second behind, followed by Williamson, who's just a second and a half. So everybody's pretty tight. We have a couple, Harper and Martin down there, and then you can see my name on the list there. That's because I joined earlier to do a couple laps, do a little surveying. So there you have your timelines. Let's get back to some views here. Where's my mouse? It's got these two screens. I gotta find this baby. Right. So get yourself a nice refreshing beverage. Get a pint, something warm, something cold. Kick back and relax. See if we can have a nice race into the sunset and through the night into the sunrise. Race is going to start at 2 p.m. game time. Time acceleration is on 10. It'll be about a 2-hour race, 120 minutes, so that's 20 hours. So we should finish around 10 in the morning. Be a true challenge here as the drivers are getting ready for their pace lap. One nice long formation lap with a rolling start. Give them a chance to kind of settle in, get the tires warmed up, get ready for the push into the sunset. If you're watching, I'm glad to have you along. If you're not watching live, make sure to check it out. If you, we are streaming in 1080. However, the stream will render in 1440 for those of you that like it to look nice. If you check it tomorrow, within 24 hours it takes to render on YouTube to get that this much of data rendered into that high res. It takes just about 24 hours. So if you tune in tomorrow, you'll be able to watch it in high res, 1440 anyway. So with that said, let's take a look at as we're just about 40 seconds away from the formation lap. All right, the drivers are queuing up. You got to make sure to hit that ready button for that 30 seconds or it throws you in the pits. So.
10 seconds. All good so far, let's keep up, thank you. You're currently P15. Do you think you can go faster than I can? I think you can. I hope so. First shot we did was okay.
And here we go. We are on the formation lap with Reba leading the pack in that blue and green BMW. That is just a good looking car. I really like that car. Followed by Mr. Bali in the Ferrari. And then Andrew Tomlinson in that Bentley, nicely painted Bentley. And Samir from Ita in that Austin as they kind of jock around here. Peter Williamson. Got Audi. It's the only Audi in the field. David Plummer, also in the Bentley. And Mark Ekins, I'm sorry, there's 2 Audis, my bad. Mark Ekins is also in the Audi. It was the Mert that there's only 1 in. We'll get down to Ed Jones here. Remember, it is kind of morning for me as it's night for you guys in different parts of the world. Tanner Sylvie in that Lamborghini, the only Lambo in the field. And then followed by Andrew Harper in the McLaren and Lauren Martin also in the McLaren. And then bringing up the tail end is Ed Jones in that Merc. Good looking car there. AMG. That is our field for this true test. They make their way through Brussels. That's what it is in English. Bruxelles. I can't. Whatever. Too bad we missed Christian. I think had to work. Meant he was signed up for the race, but he's been having to work weekends this whole last month. So we wish you were here, Christian. Hope you're tuned in and can at least watch some of the action. As well as Max. We're missing Max too, so I don't know what happened to Max, but Max was one of the potential predicted champions for this, and it has opened the door up for pretty much everybody. As we see, Bali leading the championship just by a few points, so it's only a handful of points separating the top 3 spots at this stage of this season with the Winter Series, Series 2 of the ACC GT3 Championship. The 22 championship consists of 4 championships inside. We've already finished the winter one. We are into the spring one. And the next one will be the summer, followed by the fall one later on in the year. So we do 4 championships a year for ACT and the GT3s, about 6 races each. And then we throw some other special events in between if we have time. But this is such a fantastic sim. We just want to keep it going. And, you know, gets repetitive. There's only a few tracks to pick from, but hopefully Kunos and the team are going to be putting out some new tracks for us. We also are racing the BMW M2s that just came out. We have that on Wednesday night racing, SimRacingOnline. Check it out. So everything's open join. It's always free to sign up. You just need a membership to get your name in there for the results software. So it's free membership. You can sign up, jump on any of those races. Everybody's welcome. We really have a lot of fun. As well as our other sims that we have, R Factor 2 series, we have an AMS2, which also is tomorrow. We are doing the IndyCars, the 98 IndyCar series. This comes tomorrow. We also have Project Cars 2 championship going on in the Radical. That's really fun on Tuesday nights. As well as some AC events. So lots of stuff going on at SimRacingOnline. As we are getting ready for the green, they're lining up. Let's take a look as we go. And you can see the lights. We didn't get a green. What happened? No green. So that's very interesting. Maybe they're going to get it down here. Here we go. It'll be at this. Yeah, I think I remember they moved it. So hopefully we're going to get it at the old start finish. That's right. Here we go. Here we go. See the lights on the right. There we go. We are green. We are racing. As Rivik takes out the sweat. Bali coming in. And Thomason looking on the inside, as well as Samir trying to get a start as they straighten themselves out at El Rouge. Brilliant start. Let's jump back. Oh, we have a little bit of an off. Was that David? Yeah, it was David. Most unfortunate, David. Get yourself back out there, bud. There you go. Let's try and get a look at that. We're going to do a quick replay here of the start. Here's a replay of the start. Where there he is. Most unfortunate. I didn't see him down there. Okay. Missed that. So anyway, back to live action. As Riva has got himself a nice little lead out in front there. His car spread out with Bali in second place, and Samir right on Bali, keeping him honest. They are coming in through the sector 2. Nice little pack of cars here, staying with it. Long race for everybody, so don't get too excited here in the beginning. You got to stay in it. This is a long race. Anything can happen. As you can see, the top 6, 7 cars staying together as a group there. It's Tomlinson getting pressure from Samir already in this early stage, lap 1 of this event. But it's happening back down the line a little bit. As Riva leads lap 1. As they head down to El Rouge. And it still remains Riva, Bali, and Tomlinson as we have a tight battle here with Williamson and Ekins, and then Sylvie all going to battle in for that 4th spot. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th there. Pardon me. Tanner giving the chase. Just into lap 2. Everybody's still in it, but it looks like Plummer is getting some damage fixed here. Let's check on David. Yes, he's pulling in, or as he finishes repair, he's coming out. Like, it is a long race here. No way are you out of it. It's going to be a battle of survival. So just see if these guys can just hang in there. See the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all within a couple seconds of each other, down to 7th place. So the gap is less than 2 seconds for all these cars. As Riva just continues to gain a little bit each lap. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's see if we can get, there's your differences. You'll have to find Riva in the list. He's down in the middle there. It's 1.9 second gap. That make their way for, let's begin lap 3 here. And Samir and Ekins are staying right with Samir, so this could be an ongoing battle for the next 50 hour, 55 minutes. Head down the downhill into El Rouge. Up the hill, and he had Plummer coming out of the pits. Oh, everybody look out. We got a car coming out of the pits. It looks like everybody's gotten by safely. As Plummer puts himself nicely back in place, stays going a lap down to some of the cars, so he's one of our better drivers. He should be able to battle this out. Just hang in there, man. He's just got to hang in there. Ekins stays right with here there. Potter by Williamson. So the two Audis flying together there with that 5th and 6th place, and Selby in that Lambo Where is Tanner? There he is. So can you see those guys ahead still? Oh yeah, he's keeping a eye on them. Just gotta stay in touch with them. Such a long race, we don't need anything crazy to happen. Check Mr. Jones in that Merc, finds himself in 8th place. For being a nice safe start, staying out of the way. Really too bad about that first turn 1 incident. And it looks like Harper was involved in that too. He's got some damage. As Andrew's cruising in 9th place. Hopefully doesn't have too much damage and he can make it through into the night. I would assume these guys are probably going to want to go as far as they can on these tires until the sun goes down and it starts to get colder, and then make that tire change with their tire pressure adjustments for the dark. As we check on Plummer there in 11th place. Car looks pretty good. Okay, so back to the top. So our leader, our Riva Ricardo at BMW, leading the way here for these first few laps at Spa. Looks like he has increased his gap. 2.3 seconds on Bali, 3.6 on Tomlinson. So there you have that gap. Back on Bali here. These guys are spread out. Looks like we do have a little bit of action going on here with Samir and Ekins. These are the two closest cars. Yeah, I want to find that. Yeah, that's the one I want to find. There we go. From Samir's view, you can see Ekins just staying right with him. Nicely done, Mark. Let's check on the 3rd place car, Andrew Tomlinson. Bentley. The top 3 have kind of broken away, with Riva continuing on that gap. Curious to see if he's just well-rounded laps, maybe using up a little bit of tire. These guys might be able to catch him later. I don't know. We're going to have to just stick around and, have another pint and see what's up. You can see the internal clock at 10 times is taught as 4:40 p.m. The clock is ticking pretty good at 10 times time Excel, so curious to see what happens at the sunset. And here is that battle. Delvey looks like he's got around both of them. So Delvey now finds himself in 5th place. Could have his beat on the 3rd, 4th, and 3rd up there. Makes it through La Rouge. Just hard on the gas. Yeah, you got Williamson. I believe he's gotten past Williamson. Update. Nope. There he is. Okay. My bad. For a minute there, I thought that looked like the other Audi. See? Yeah, it's quite odd as the leaderboard. Williamson has that gap on him, so there we go. That's what the difference was. third. All right, let's get back into this pack where all this action is here. So it looks like all these cars are slowly catching up. Awesome, putting pressure on Selby. So we've got Selby and Samir find themselves in between an Audi sandwich there. This is just very, very tight. Samir trying to make a move. Tanner is extremely hard to pass. He's going for the outside. Oh, Tanner gets a little bit shoved out of the way there. I think no harm, no foul. Just going to let it ride. Okay, and he gives the spot. Yeah, he knew he took a little bit of a break there, but hey, that's better than crashing. It's a long race, so I think, you know, Tanner realizing his only escape was to cut it a little bit, and then he's such a good, respectful driver in such a sport. He obviously lifted and gave those guys that position. And now he's going to begin his attack again. So these guys are just handing it back and forth here. This battle for fifth is really heated. And also it looks like everybody else is pretty much spread out here. I'm looking at the top three on the track map, and yeah, I don't see a challenge to Bali yet, who's holding that second place firm. But Riva, as you can see, he's just got himself a gap now. Then Williamson also a comfortable gap in that fourth position. See a couple scratches there on Ekin's car. Okay, these guys they've spread out for the moment here. Not quite as tight as they were a minute ago. So probably regrouping. That gets a little intense. Let's check on Bali, our second place drivers, who's got Tomlinson right there with him the whole way here. It is the third place car off of the second place car's wing there. As we are in the sector 3 heading for turns 19 and 20. Deadly chicanes. This is where a lot of action happens right here. And also pit entry is right there. There is a mandatory 4-tire change in this race, which will be coming anyway. I believe with a 2-hour race they would want to change anyway, but it is mandatory. And the pits are open from green to checker, so they can do that at any time. So let's get back to this battle here. The leaders are pretty much just on cruise control at this point in time. As they've tightened up again as they come through the old start-finish. Ekins keeping the pressure on Samir. Looking for a way, Like we have the inside. Could have a pass at Rouge. This should get sticky. Let's keep it clean, guys, as they are side by side going to El Rouge, and Samir gets the edge and takes that outside as Ekins wisely keeps it to the right. Avoid any mishaps. Very tight racing going on here. And now we have, is that Plummer in the mix? So Plummer trying to stay from going down a lap with these guys. Again, I don't think he's out of it. Anything can happen in a 24-hour race. As you can see, he's got great pace. He's hanging with these guys, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. That's good looking car. Let's check on some of our other guys. This all looks kind of spread out. So here is Laurent Martin. Looks like he's taking some damage, so looks like he's pacing to keep himself in it, as well as Harper. He's looking a little worse for the wear, but nonetheless, he's in it. Putting in a good drive to stay alive in this thing. And then Mr. Jones in the Merc, who has kept his car very nice and tidy. Good job, Ed. Well, just got to get through this thing, man. And then back up to this battle. And it looks like they have gotten through Plummer. So that battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, as this round really 4th, as Williamson has a pretty good gap. But this is the story at this point at the race, as we are just about at the 6 p.m. mark. Starting to see some long shadows come into play. It's going to get tricky for the drivers to see. Demir holds on to that 5th place. So let's check on our leader, Ricardo. And it looks like Bali. Now let's check the gap. Yeah, 3.8. So, and then 5.6 to Tomlinson. 5.7. And then you see 3rd and 4th place Williamson, some 17 seconds off that pace. But like I said, that's okay. This is a very long race. So back to this battle for 6th, 5th. And it looks like Ekins has just taken, I missed another overtake. All right, see, as soon as you look away from this action, it happens, man. I apologize. But Ekins has taken 5th from Samir. Maybe we can go back. Let's see if we can go back 30 seconds. We're going to replay here. Yeah, here is, okay. That was where the pass took place. So this is a replay right here. And we just missed it. I could have pushed it a little sooner. We could have seen that pass. But it looks like it was right out of Eau Rouge. And Ekins got the jump on him. And has taken that 5th place away. As we get ready here to go back to live. And we are now live again. So there is your order. Got Reba, Bali, Tomlinson, Williamson, Ekins, Ashard, Selby, Jones, Harper, Martin, Plummer. All drivers are still in it, which is a good sign. Enter that Lambo. Uh-oh, we have an off. We have an off. Harper has crashed it. Let's see if we can pick up the action. Here it is. We are under replay for Harper's crash here. Let's see what's happened. Is it just an off, or did he... Oh, yeah, he lost the rear a little bit. Snapped around, almost a tank flapper, and into the barrier. So that's unfortunate. Let's hope he can get it together and get the car back on track. So we will check back with him as we go back to live. He is still off, so it could have engine damage as the leaders are coming around. That's most unfortunate for Andrew. You'll be able to see him here. Leaders are passing by where he has crashed. Off to the right there. And his car is no longer there, so it's looking like if he makes it to the pits, plenty of time for repairs in this long race. So let's hope he stays in, and it looks like nope, he has conceded. So too bad, Andrew. Great to see you racing with us. Sorry to see you go. As we are now down to 10 drivers getting ready to survive the night here at Spa. And with the weather randomness of 3, we did stand a chance of any kind of regular spa weather, which is rain, clouds, sun, rain, clouds. So hopefully it'll stay nice throughout the night for these guys. See that gap to first is increased. However, the battle for second place is on here at the 1 hour 38 minute mark remaining. It looks like Tomlinson is going to open up the throats of that Bentley and give that Ferrari a run for the money up there to the Kemmel Straight after El Rouge. See if he can get a little bit of a tow. Tires could be coming into play at this point in the race. ACC is such a remarkable simulator. If you don't treat the tires properly in the beginning of the race, they will go off quick. You know, there's a great blog by who's Aristotle, does all the physics about how to properly break these tires in to make them last, and what happens when you don't, and how they can fall off quickly if you abuse them early, that kind of stuff. And of course, he got all this data from the manufacturers, being able to have access to all those guys with the SRO licenses. It's pretty cool stuff. These guys are staying right with him here. Coming through sector 3. See, the shadows are longer and longer and longer as it's now at the 7 p.m. mark. So they come through 19 and 20. Begin a lap 11, I believe. Just applying the pressure. Maybe try and jump that spot before nightfall. It's going to be quite tricky when the lights go out and the headlights come on. It's a nice clear night though. We should see some stars. We might get some great views here. Another thing Set of Course Composite does really well is the graphics are pretty stunning, even with the Unreal Engine probably not being the most optimal for a simulator. They have really spent a lot of time making this thing look good, and it shows. If you have the horsepower to push it, it's a great looking simulator. So I'm waiting to see if we're going to get a pass for second place here, because I do see the battles going on back there for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh, we have another off. We have an off. Williamson has had an off. Let's see what we got here. We are under replay. Is that my mouse? Get my mouse out of there. So, was it at El Rouge? We're under replay. By himself, just pacing. And yeah, he lost it just a little bit. Let's see how hard he hits. Looks like it was just a spin with, oh, great job. No contact. So that's most fortunate. Very good, very good. He's back in the action. Okay. Meanwhile, here we are live again. And luckily we didn't miss that pass. So, but Tomlinson is just all over Bali. Bali defending beautifully. You know, it takes a lot of concentration to keep the pressure from behind from not affecting you the way that you hit each apex, because you have to continue to push on, and you can't get too concerned with what's on your tail, but then again, you don't want to get past, so it's really a trade-off. You know, how much concentration you gotta donate to defense. Oh, and it looks like we're going for the inside turn. We are going to have a change in positions here. Yes, as Tomlinson gets by on the 19 and 20 chicane to take over that second spot. Brilliant job by Tomlinson. Stayed patient. Bali could be having a little bit of tire wear issues, but by all means is he out of it. As long as we see it from the rear going up El Rouge. All right, nicely done. Nicely done, Andrew Tomlinson, our new second place car. And let's see, the spin has of Williamson. That put Ekins in fourth. Williamson now back here in this battle. It's like they kind of tightened this whole little group up here, so this is going to be some good stuff right here. With Williamson hanging on to fifth, Selby right on him, and Samir all bunched up within a second of each other here. Samir bringing up the rear of this 4x6-7 group. Ekins cruising along now, fourth place. So the Bentleys, with all that horsepower, Plummer, as you can see, he's able to hang with these guys. It's just too bad he had that lap one incident. But he is not last anymore. So we have one retirement with Andrew Harper. Too much damage pulling out of the race. So that does move David up into 10th place. So he'll get some good points even at that finish. And Martin going through the hairpins in that 9th place. Got that group some about a sector behind him. Ed Jones, a nice consistent run, finds himself in 8th place. Just taking his time, hitting his marks. You can see the sun is starting to go down a little bit, starting to shine off the track a little. It's a good idea what it looks like for these guys. It's going to be blinding for a little while when it starts to crest there over those trees. A couple of spots on the track where it's going to get them. Good stuff. All right, let's get back to this battle here. Ekins in front. Williamson leading that 5th, 6th, and 7th pack. With Plummer right in there, keeping himself in the mix. Who is now, I'm sure he was getting blue flag being a lap down. 5th place Williamson. Takes it up to Los Bones. Down into Brussels. Heading to Brussels. Which is how you pronounce that in English. Selby right on his tail. Let's get a look at Selby's helmet cam coming through here. You can see the dirt on the windshield and the sun. This is where the sun's going to start coming into play. There. And Samir, it looks like he's in the pits. We have our first pit stop. I believe this is probably a tire change, I would assume. I hope it wasn't a spin and damage that we missed. He could be our first to pit. We will see. You can see the yellow number 1 there next to their names in the list. Means that they have not pitted. When that goes away, that means they've completed their mandatory pit stop. As these guys come around, he could have had damage. He's been in there for a long time. These guys shouldn't be laughing at him. Maybe we missed an accident with Samir there. Let's hope not. Try to keep an eye on him. That Jones is coming around. See if he can get out before Jones gets him. Not rolling yet. So in 8th, soon to be 9th. Or no, I guess he's going to stick in 8th. As Jones is going to get 7th. Okay. So Samir in trouble. We don't know what's going on. Hopefully he'll get it repaired and get back out. As we also find Bali fallen a little bit farther behind the 2nd place Tomlinson, with Samir's teammate Ricardo just comfortably leading this race. As we start to see the lights come on and the sun is going down. There's your 2nd place car. And Bali has kind of tightened it up on him. So Bali seems to be coming back. It looked like the gap was increasing, and Bali has seemed to get up on getting back on Tomlinson's tail here. And it looks like Samir is not coming out of the pits. Oh, some nice sparks flying there. Oh, it's Tomlinson takes it a little wide. Can Bali take advantage? Having a look, see a little bit of not getting a lot of toe there. Got another nice battle back here. While Tanner, yeah, these guys, I'm afraid to turn away. Something's going to happen, but I also see that 4th, 5th, and 6th battle going on back there. I guess it's 5th and 6th now that Samir's fallen out. All right, looks like Tomlinson's being able to maintain that gap through sector 2 here. Can he gain on him through this section? I think the Bentley seems to be able to get away in a few spots, and then the Ferrari tightens it up here. Maybe in the high-speed turns. Looks like he's a little closer now. The Bentley's just got that horsepower. Let's check on Sylvia. It looks like this position is going to stay. Let's check. Well, maybe we'll check the chicane. Here we go. Let's wait till we get past the chicane. Yeah. That Tomlinson's in control there. All right, let's check on Sylvia and Williamson. And the lap down Plummer behind Sylvie. They finds himself in 9th place now. Like I told you, he's moving up. That's just more points for the series. So Williamson holding P5, no problemo. Ekins, let's check the gap with Ekins. So Ekins to Williamson. Yeah, see that's a pretty big gap, 17 seconds. So getting ready for nightfall. Let's get back up to this second place battle. Looking good. Okay, back to Sylvie coming through El Rouge. As they're getting ready to get through Martin here, it's getting the blue flag as Martin lets Sylvie by. Pretty good job, Mr. Martin. And now him and Plummer might be, oh, we have an incident with the number 4 car. Mr. Jones has had his first, oh, Eduardo. Let's see if we can catch this. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, we just got the tail end of it there. We could go back and see the whole thing. Here we go. Looks like no, this is after the accident already. Looks like he's going into the pits. Okay, so it happened right there close to the pits. So he is going in for some repair as we speak. So let's see as I drop my mouse here. Let's get back to this action. So now, as things develop into the night, as you can see, Mr. Plummer finds himself in 9th. However, Martin staying steady out there, but Jones now in the pits for some severe damage, it looks like. We'll have to see how long Mr. Jones is in there in that number 4 car, getting some repair. Folly. We got Ekins in 4th. The clear sailing. Nobody around. Williamson in 5th. With Tanner staying in the neighborhood. So Sylvie, he can see him up there. He's kind of just staying in touch with that 5th place Williamson car. He's got him staying in touch as the little bit of clouds are starting to show up. Getting ready to go in the night. It's 9:30 p.m. here in Belgium. Ooh, some nice sparks flying. I hope those are coming through on the broadcast. We're just about, I think, on lap 17 as far as the leaders are concerned. And let's check on Edward. Still in there getting repairs, so hopefully he'll get out in not too much longer. Sylvie. Williamson, I'm looking for battles. The 42 and the 52. Still at it, though. This battle for second is probably the tightest battle we have as we reach an hour and 20 minutes remaining. So after 40 minutes, it's starting to get dark and the lights are coming on. We have one retirement and a couple of pretty bad wrecks. Samir, I don't think Samir's coming back. Maybe they had to go to the parts store to get something for that. Austin, he is the only Austin here, so nobody else in the pits to borrow parts from. I hope he can get himself back out there. As Mr. Jones is coming out. So Jones coming out of the pits, it looks like. There he is. He's got that car fixed and he has completed his compulsory, which is, as you can see, the green mark next to his name up there, in 9th position. So, this looked like a pretty bad wreck. He got it all handled, and he finds himself still in the top 10, which is hard to not be when there's only 11 drivers. But nonetheless, the points available on these positions are pretty good. So, there you go. Second place car, Tomlinson. As the lights are starting to come into play now. We're just about 10 p.m. on the nose. Because this time of year it stays light pretty long in this part of the world, so I would assume pitch black would probably be around midnight, and then through all the way. Start getting light again around 4 in the morning as these guys battle their way. Let's go down the line here. There's Riva with that nice gap. He's got a 7-second gap over second place Tomlinson, who has just a second gap over Bali. And then we have we'll just put down the list here. Riva, Tomlinson, and Bali in that fight for second place. What was that? Oh, that was Jones. They just flew by Jones. You saw that like I did. It's like, whoa. Flew by that car. As the drivers fall in tonight. Okay. Bali, our third place car. And then we go to Ekins. Some 21 seconds off the leaders. However, he has a nice gap on Williamson. Gap between Williamson and Selby is just about 4 seconds. As night falls here at Spa. Pretty good job hanging himself in there. And there's Selby. And it looks like we got another car pitting. Ekins is coming in. So, his first stint completed. He's coming in, I'm sure, for some fresh rubber to get himself through the night. Maybe change a little tire pressure. This is going to mix it up here. Let's see who's going to get by. Williamson making that turn. Can we see him in the pit? Nope. And then Selby as well. There he is. Or is that Samir's car? So Ekins is pitting. Selby stays out. I'm sure the pit stops must be incredibly slow feeling after driving all this time. Look at how long it took you to get to your stall. So yeah, major factor in this race here. All right, as he's transports himself through Samir's car. Star Trek action there. As night has fallen, let's get a good look at what these guys can see. I love the shot of the mirrors. Side of the car is lit up a little bit. So here's what these guys are looking at. Nice. Let's check back Bali. Let's get hard on the brakes here first. Ricardo's doing some great laps. Keep himself in first place here. Drop back to this battle. This second place battle. Stars up there. Kunos just did a really nice job with this. The lighting is really superb. Get this action. Up through El Rouge. Look at that night sky. That's awesome. Right. Do we have any other battles? Let's check on the 32 car, Williamson. Let's see, Martin is also in the pits. I'm curious as to why their pits are not turning green after they... It was clear that Ekins pitted. So why did it not clear him? For the pit stop. Interesting. We will have to check on that because he has completed his pit. So if it does anything wonky in the results, we will have to fix that because we watched him pit. As we're into the pitch black now. Figured at 10:56 to 11 p.m. Is your first place car. And he's coming in for his pit. Yes, I thought that was, I had a feeling he was going to be in there for the pit stop. So the leader pits, which is going to give Tomlinson the temporary lead if he can get himself around. And Bali will find himself in second place before their pit stops are completed. That is just a beautiful look, isn't it? Not much to see on the external cams. It's pretty darn dark out there. Let's check out Tanner. So who do we have in pit lane now? Riva. Should just be about done. Still getting it done. There he comes out now. Now see, he's got the green. What happened with Ekins or Williamson? I know one of those Audis pitted. Now I'm confused, but we shall see. All right, so Riva coming out in 5th place from his pit stop. So our new leaders are looking like this. We've got Tomlinson and Bali. Get a look at that. Clear this. Get a good look at the stars at night. Look at that. That is something else. All right. Check it out from Bali's view. The chase is on. So if you go to helmet cam, you should be able to see some of the G-forces working a little bit. I can see that lean. That's good stuff. The cars are pretty much spread out now. I'm curious to see what's going to happen after these two pit and where Riva's going to come out. Let's check from Plummer's point of view. Here we are. David Plummer now finds himself in 7th place. And he is a lap down from, I believe that's Sylvie in front of him. All right, and Thomason coming up on some lap traffic there. Yep, that is the lapped car of Martin. Let's get a look from Bolly's car, see if we can see any sparks flying off of Tomlinson as he heads through El Rouge here. Bonnet cam. Not quite close enough for sparks. Back on number 4, on the 4th position car, Selby, in the number 63 Lamborghini. Again, I think that is Plummer behind him there. Yes. The Dash Pro Cam heading up El Rouge. Inside Plummer's car. And there is Riva. So the gap, pit stop. Besides the 30 seconds it takes to do the tires, the drive through pit lane itself is just, it must seem like it takes forever for these guys. All right, back to this Tanner. It's just staying, keeping a lap ahead of Plummer there. They're close, but these guys are not battling for position. However, these guys are, and this is for the lead. See, the gap's pretty good there. You'll be able to see his taillights up there. So it's a 2.5 second gap. Around for anything else that looks close. We've got 3 cars showing there. Pit stops have been completed. However, maybe I was going crazy, but I thought Ekins, or one of the Audis, I thought it was Ekins pitted, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Because there he is in 6th position. Shows him as not completing his stop, but maybe I was wrong. Ekins maneuvers his way through sector 3. You get a good idea that headlights, there are brights you can turn on in this game too. It gives you a little bit, much, but of course by now they know the track. They've done 20 something laps. This is the 24th lap, I believe. So. And besides all the practice, and we all know Spa, all of us have raced all the time. But that doesn't make it any less challenging when it's dark. You still can see as far as your headlights, and that's it. So who do we have now? Okay, now we've got Williamson pulling into the pit. So let's see what happens with this Audi pit stop. Here we see him in the pits, and 31 car of Ekins goes by and should pick up that spot, unless he was down. Riva should be picking up a spot. Have we also got... Here come the leaders. Okay, he's completed his stop. As there goes the leaders. And here comes second place. So Ekins comes out. Or Williamson, I'm sorry. Williamson comes out in 6th place with a completed pit stop. So that part's worked. So I apologize if I'm seeing things. This battle is not a battle, but these guys are pretty tight, which is, I think, Tanner, who's going to come in for his pit stop now. Well, he knows this track. He's giving as much gas as he can up to that speed limit marker. And Selby's now pulling into the pit. And let's have a look as Riva's coming around into sector 3. Riva is just about at turns 19 and 20, so I think he's going to get it back from Selby, who he did have a pretty large gap on. So here's that endless drive that Tanner's taking to get to us. Just put me in my pit box, for crying out loud. Hurry up. So Riva's going to take over 4th right here, as Tanner's not even at his stall yet, as Riva's going to blast by him. You'll see him come right through there. There goes the first half of the race leader, taking over 4th position. Now what I'm curious for is Ekins, who has not pitted, or has he pitted? We don't know. I thought he did, but did not give him the credit for it. And maybe because he had to pull into Samir's box. Remember, there was a little transfer going there, so Samir's car might have screwed him up. And if that's the case, I'm going to fix it in the results for him. If you get some kind of DQ, I don't know what else to do. But there is the 4th place Selby. And then Ekins. I mean, he's far enough behind to where it seems like he would have pitted. So Selby's in. Williamson gonna get by him. But Williamson should take P5. Does it update, or is he a lap down? What's going on? Selby. Here, Selby's just should be done now. Should be heading out. There he comes. Oh, well, it looks like Jones is off again. Jones must have had a fatal crash because he's out of the race all of a sudden. So we've lost Jones in sector 3 there. That's a high speed area. He probably hit pretty hard. That's what I'm guessing. Too bad, Jones. He's running a good, consistent race. All right, we are under an hour left to go, as we are just passing 1 a.m., coming up on 1:15 a.m. in the morning. And some events going on here. We got Bali in the pits now. So let's see where Riva probably going to get that spot back in the second, and the one remaining left to pit will be Tomlinson. As Bali completes the pit stop, yes, the pit speed is gonna create the gap as Riva gets 3rd place. And now he gets second place from Bali. Sure, it'll update here in a minute. As you see, Ekins has updated finally over Selby. Really curious to see what the heck happened there with that pit stop. As we find Riva now, a pit stop away from Tomlinson from retaking the lead of this race as he heats up his tires there, heading up the Kemmel Straight. Quick look around, and is it? I think Tomlinson's in the pit. Where is the 14? I don't know. This is going to be close. Tomlinson's getting into his pit lane. You can see the number 14 car on the track map. He is our second place car. And he is still in sector 2. This might be pretty tight. And gonna find his pit box. It's like, come on guys, let's get these tires on. See where we're at. It's 14. Riva is now in sector 3. Oh, I hope this isn't a pit stall bug with Samir's car. All right, the clock is ticking. There's the stop. Here comes the 14 into the 19 and 20 hairpins. Crosses the start finish. It looks like this is going to be tight because the pit road is so long coming up that Tomlinson's not going to have time to get up to speed. And as predicted, Riva, I believe, is going to take the lead of this race back. With that gap between him and Bala here, he's out. Oh, it's going to be a drag race up the top of the hill. Just get to that green right there. Okay, he's on the gas. Here we go. Here comes. You'll see him just coming in on the left. This is going to be tight. There they are. There is your first and second place car. That's a great pit stop by Tomlinson, who puts himself pretty much back in the action here. This could be interesting. There's your first and second place car. So, after the pit stops, there's the gap between second and first. Pretty well done. Tomlinson has ran a really great race here. And Riva, an even better one. So, Riva pushing that BMW out front once again with just under 56 minutes remaining as you race through the night here at Spa. So we're gonna do a little cockpit view since it's pitch black. Go down the list here. There's Riva, our leader. Negotiating through sector 2. Using the curbs perfectly on the gas, keeping the accelerator down. Nicely done. It's such a key part of the track to get your lap times down, is just to have that exit speed to be able to hold the throttle down on those high-speed turns. Great job by Riva managing the balance of that car. And through Kane. And then let's jump back to second place Tomlinson, who is right there with him. See if the throats of that Bentley can open up enough to keep that gap. It's showing a 3-second gap. And Andrew's got fresh rubber, and the track is a little bit colder at night, so I don't know if these guys have temperature changes, what might happen as the sun starts to break, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see the sky starting to lighten here in a minute. All right, let's go back to Bali. It's just negotiating El Rouge. not showing his gap. And back to Ekins. I think we could have found a bug here due to the fact that Samir's car was sharing a pit stop with Ekins or something. It looked like, remember when it went right through him like Star Trek transporter. And I'm gonna have to pull my hair out on that one. Dang it. And Williamson running a great race. He comes to El Rue. Nicely done. And then Selby. Now we can see that 10-second gap that Bali has on Ekins, but then an 11-second gap that Tomlinson has on Bali. Let's see if we can see any sparks. Nope, no sparks. All right, the field is pretty much spread out. Down the list here with Plummer. There's a few sparks. Let's check out Ed Jones. He's out. His team in the list. I'm clicking on him. He's not there. But Martin is still in. One of the remaining McLarens. Both Audis are still in the race. Both Bentleys are still in the race. We've got 3 retirements so far: Jones, Samir, and Andrew Harper. Most unfortunate. Such a long race. It's nice just to be able to stay in it. There's your 8th place car, Lauren Martin. And there is your leader, Reba. They are coming up on some lap traffic. Is Martin. So let's see what happens if that gives a Tomlinson a shot to maybe catch up, because looks like Ricardo has increased that gap to 4.3 seconds now. So he's not having any problem throwing that BMW on. Let's see if we can see Tomlinson's lights. Nope, don't even see him in the back yet. He's back there. That is the lapped car of Martin up ahead. They come to complete lap 28 and start lap 29 with just 50 minutes left. Downshifting into that hairpin turn 1. Somebody's heading into the pits there. Like Plummer. So Plummer was in with damage and apparently didn't count him for his compulsory, because he's coming in again here. I wonder if Ekins is getting the message that his lap was not counted either. As Ekins we can't really see on his, we won't be able to see his basic HUD. Let's see, we've got his basic HUD. There's his basic HUD. I don't see any message that he hasn't done his pit stop yet, but it might not show. So that's what it looks like for him. Back to the broadcast. He's coming up on Martin, who lets him through. The blue flag. All right, up top to the leaders again. There is your leader, Ricardo Riva. The best lap of 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 0.310. Second place, Tomlinson. You can just kind of barely see the leader up ahead there. Here's Williamson. Let's get a chase cam on Williamson as he heads through Al Rouge here. That Audi. Both Audis still right in place behind each other. Taking it nicely. And Sylvie maintaining that thick spot. That Lambo. Car. Plummer. Starting his way through Sector 2. Now he has cleared his compulsory pit stop. The only one left is Ekins, and I'm hoping that's not a bug, because that's going to DQ him in the results. I'm going to have to go back, and if they finish in this order, and it was a glitch, I am going to put him right where he is in 4th, ahead of Williamson. So hope Williamson will understand that when we see the replay of him actually doing his pit stop. However, we'll wait and see. All right, back up top. There's your leader, Riva. Entering Sector 2. Coming to the big Brussels turn. Taking that in. What gear is that? 2nd gear. Really slow section there. You got to really be patient in there, which is hard to be when you're trying to race. That's the toughest part. I think some of these guys that are such great drivers, they really understand that you have to be patient in certain areas. where you can hammer it in the others. Those little bit of tenths here and there on every turn and every apex, those make up the difference of the lap times. And on a race like this with 20 plus turns, if you're a tenth or two, you know, up in each turn, you know, it's a huge difference when it comes to race time. Okay, so check the speeds. 240 kilometers, 246. The fastest part of the track besides this in the Kemmel Straight. 252, 254. Okay, before he's hard on the brakes. Let's check out Tomlinson. Right on his tail. Wow. Not literally, but there he is up there. Let's see what kind of top speed Tomlinson can get up the Kemmel Straight here in the Bentley. Nice job on that hairpin. He really gets this thing around. It's just Ricardo's just a little bit better on this day. As you can see, he's about 4 seconds better, which isn't really a lot. Okay, he's got it in 60, 52, 30, 40K, 50K, 253, 5, 6, 7, 8, 260K before he's hard on the brakes. Really excellent job. Good stuff. Check out Bali. 54, 255, 257, 258. Oh, 259 he peaked out at. Okay, where's Atkins? 251, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, 59. Almost got it there. Check out Williamson as he's got lap traffic. See the blue flag there. I'm sure he'll let him go here. Sparks come flying. There we go. Oh, don't hit him. Woo! Okay, 230, 240, 50, 7, 8, 9. Again, 259. Might have been affected a little bit by that passing the lap car. So let's check out what kind of speed Sylvie's got here. There's 250. 260, 261, 262, 263, 264. Look at that. Okay, that's the fastest that we've seen up the Kemmel Straight so far. All right. Wow. All right. Now we looked at Reba. We haven't. Let's check him out now. Keeps that fifth gear, keeps the hammer down. God, he gets through there so nice. All right, there's 240. It's not even in 6th yet. 50. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. No. Look at that. Not the top speed, but he must be killing it in the turns. I think his car is so balanced that's where his advantage falls. Clearly we could see that Selvey had the fastest top speed so far. I mean, we haven't looked at everybody. I mean, there's no tight racing going on, so we're looking at lap high speed. As the skies begin to lighten here, coming into the early morning, it's 4:30 in the morning. Just under 40 minutes remaining. Okay, let's check out Williamson on high speed up the Kemmel Straight. Staying on it right through there. Very nice. That's 234, 235 through there. Okay, he's got it to 6th. 250. $61, 2. He got to 262. Second fastest we've seen yet. Right on. Check out David. 252. 78. Just at 59. And Tanner, well, we missed Tanner's last one there. That's okay. Let's look at this back straight, see comparison. That's finally starting to lighten up here. So 248, 250. It's the second fastest part of the track. But you can see they're 8 to 9 miles an hour slower than that. Kimmel Straight is the spot, as the leaders are now heading up there. And there is your gap, first and second. There's Tomlinson in that HSR livery. Just kicking back. I think he's waiting for a mistake from Riva, but he's going to be waiting a long time to get a mistake out of Ricardo. Really solid driver from our racing partners over there at Vita Racing. And Mr. Bali, a comfortable third place now. Quite a ways away, but a comfortable gap nonetheless. Then Ekins with that fourth place, barring the pit stop glitch. I mean, we all saw him stop, and I commented on it, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some work after the race and fix that somehow. And there's your fifth place, Williamson. Those Audis, sister cars, staying together on the grid there as far as positions, right next to each other. Such a good looking car, that Audi. Really a handsome livery too, like that. And Sylvie rocking the Lambo. As I believe he's got some lap traffic here. Is he trying to get through? No? Or is that a battle for position? Or that's probably Martin. Yeah, that's Martin. Okay. Martin letting him through. Martin hung in there and he's got himself in 8th position. He's got to finish. And Plummer, with that first lap incident, finds himself in 7th place. Good points position. So let's see, Tanner's best lap is a 2:21. Let's look at Reba's best lap is a 2:20.3. So there's your difference, even though the straight line speed was down a little bit, as we saw with the BMW. Makes it up in those turns. But you would think with that straight line speed that the Bentley has. And then we're going to check Riva again on this next time up the hill, because that might have just been he might have had the lift coming out of El Rouge. Or Red River, translates to in English. From red. And the third place car, Ferrari Bali, just He's just got to maintain and hit his marks now, and he'll be sitting on the podium. He is our points leader, but this could mix it up a little bit. Tomlinson, considerable points behind. Let's see, 21, 22, almost 30 points behind-ish is Tomlinson. So that second place finish is going to move him up for sure. And Riva, who missed the last two events, his first place finish is going to give him good points, but it's not going to mess with the leaderboard, I don't think. Oh, thank goodness. The pit stop is finally cleared. Oh, hallelujah. So, it caught up with itself. Oh, what a relief. But the 28 car is off. Martin in a jam. Let's check the replay. We'll go back 30 seconds and see if we can see this crash. We are in the replay now. Excuse me. It's okay there. Catch a couple marbles. He's out of whack a little bit of marbles, and bam. Oh, that's going to give him a headache. All right, let's see if we can get that thing going. Let's go. Get yourself out of there. Yep, he's going again. All right, good enough. So the leader, and he didn't lose his position. He's still in 8th. As of course, 9, 10, 11 have retired. So all the same though, you can still say, hey, I finished 8th. That's top 10. You know, there were originally 19 drivers signed up for this one. We were missing 8. Real world gets in the way, I know. Oh, and he's off again. He's off again. Did he have enough damage to keep himself out of control? What's going on? Where are you? There he is. He's in the grass. Okay. Back on track. This battle. I'm kind of curious. I really want to see what kind of top speed Ricardo gets this time coming up the hill. So right now we're on Tomlinson. Excuse me. We get through El Rouge, I'm going to switch it to Ricardo. We're going to watch his speedo and see if he can indeed get it up to that 158, 59 like the average, where Tanner had it almost to 162, 63, which was a big difference. Okay, here we go. He got out of there pretty good. That BMW's got such low torque. It's almost like he lost speed when he shifted. There's 52, 4, 5, 6, see, 7, 8, so 258 that time. Not a time to catch Tomlinson's speed, but we'll catch him on the next round. So it looks like Ekins actually had to pit again, and that might have been the difference because he's now dropped to 6th from when he was in 4th. So we will have to find out afterwards. A good run for him nonetheless. I mean, it doesn't have any damage, just a lot of spent rubber on the sidewalls of that car. Cars have been through hell as we are under 30 minutes remaining. Plummer. Let's check Plummer's top speed going up the hill, shall we? Here we go. Let's go to helmet cam so we get the little bit of G-force action. Just watch it move a little. There we go. Okay, he's holding in 5th, keeping the hammer down. 230, 40. Gets into that gear, listen to that torque. There's 250. 8, 9, 60. He hit 60. Great job. Great job. All right, so that's about the average. I think Selby, who had the fastest, we'll check him again in a minute. I want to see Tomlinson this time. You know that Rivas keeps it in 5th with that quirky BMW, and the gap is down to 1 second now, so this could get interesting with 28 seconds remaining. We are going to make a race of this. These guys are going to have a little battle here, I think. Ricardo, look at this gap. Okay, there's 250, 7, 8, 9, 60. He hit 260. You can see him closing that gap. So it's this last 28 minutes. That's a lot of time left. Tomlinson is on a mission. So we could have a very interesting finish here. And we do have some lap traffic ahead, but it looks like it's Ekins after his stop, so I believe he will have enough pace to not interfere with this battle. I don't think they'll be able to catch him. Maybe. Excuse me. As we have another driver in the pits. Martin is in the pits getting repaired from that damage, so curious to see where he comes out. And Williamson crossing the line for lap 38. Let's check that Audi speed again going up the hill. Sun is coming up. And the sun breaks the crest. There we go. So it's at 230. 40. Gets it into 6th gear. 50. 6, 8, 9, 60. 60, yeah, good job. All right, and then Sylvie. Let's see if how consistent Sylvie was. He was just moving. This thing is just moving. 4, 5, 6, 8. There's 60s, 61, 62, 63, 63. I'm telling you, man, he has that thing going on. Okay, let's get back to this battle for the lead because it's gonna go. It's going on right now. Tomlinson has caught Riva. Riva has his hands full and he's going for the pass. Going to start finish. Oh, looking to the outside. They're going to pick it up, El Rouge. Riva has his hands full here. The sparks are flying. It's the Bentley. We know he's got better top end speed. Holy smokes, this could be it right here. Hold on, everybody. After an hour and a half of racing, the Bentley is making his move. Riva fends. This is where Riva's strongest in the turns, so we can cut that gap as the sun starts to beat down. Riva has to maintain his ability to be better in the turns here to hold this gap, because that 42 Bentley behind the wheel of Andy Tomlinson is a beast, and it's on a mission. Tomlinson's staying right with him. Where is the advantage for the BMW now, if any? I think it has gone away at the closing. These are a little bit more high-speed turns in here. It could give the Bentley the rub. Oh, Riva has got a mirror full of Tomlinson. The second part is fastest, quick in the part of the track, and here comes the horsepower. Not giving him away around. Into the hairpin. Chicane. Oh, Riva goes wide. Tomlinson takes advantage. Oh, it gets it. Oh, they both go around. Oh, we got a little sportsmanship going on here. Riva waiting for him, as you can see. Okay, regroup, guys, regroup. Wow. Riva paused and tried to wait for Thomason there after it was Riva that went a little bit wide and brought himself back on track. Total unintentional contact. It did cause him to go around, so let's see what happens. So we still got 23 minutes left here, so regroup, get yourself together. You've got the top speed. You've got to get it together here. There he is up there. It's taking him a couple more laps to catch back up, but he was definitely catching it. So I think, and it did appear, at least from my end, that Riva slowed down, pulled over, tried to wait for Thomason to regain, gave him a few seconds, and then when he got his car in the right direction, he hit the gas. But you can see that Thomason is already picking up where he left off and closing that gap. It's 3.4 at the moment. Let's keep your composure and got this. Martin is still in the pits. I don't see any other battles for position going on, but this is for the lead right here. It's down to 3.4, so here you just have to be patient on this. Hold your own. Cardos could be suffering from tire degradation. Down to 2.7 seconds. We should be able to see him. There he is. Okay, like I said, he's gonna, one more lap, he'll be right back on him. So, Ricardo. Oh, I think Ricardo is in trouble. That Bentley is hell bent on winning this race. There's the difference. Let's check that speed. 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. All right. Into Brussels. Oh, getting a little squirrely there. Can't see the tire wear, but you can see that there's both drivers, I'm sure, are suffering some degradation, especially as the track starts to warm up after the nighttime run. As we just hit the 20 minutes remaining mark, we have a battle for first place. One of these two guys. Meanwhile, Mr. Bali, our points leader, some 25 seconds back, just cruising around in third place. Williamson, a good sector behind, but also comfortably in fourth. Delvey comfortably in fifth now. So there's that action as we get back to the leaders. Okay, this is it. Here we go. Tomlinson has closed up the gap after the no harm, no foul. Thompson almost out breaking Riva a little bit on that. Here we go. This is where that speed is going to come into play. I think he's going to get to him on this lap. He's going to be on his bumper by the end of this lap. Closing up the hill, 50-60. Not quite as quick as the last one, but still, as you can see, he is right there now in 1 second. If we had DRS, he would be 36/100ths of a second away from being able to use it. That section where that Bentley speed pays off. Ever so closer. And there we go, the second fastest part of the track. So that Bentley's going to open that baby up, and here's what's going to happen. They're going to meet again at the chicane, I have a feeling. Closing, he's just taping off a little bit of outside curb here to keep the throttle down. Can he keep it down? Yep, a little bit of curb. Oh, this is an epic battle. It's going to be a drag race up the hill now. Look at a best lap of 2 minutes 27.7. 20.7, and Ricardo's best lap is 20.3, so he still has the faster lap of the race. Looking to the outside, he's got that horsepower. We got Riva protecting that inside line all the way up. You can go by me on the outside, but I'm not giving you the inside. Brilliant defense by Riva. These guys are really hacking it out now. This is amazing. 15 minutes left for this epic battle. It's David and Goliath, I think, at this point with that Bentley. It's just such a beast. But the torque of that BMW, I think it really pays off in the slower turns. As you can see, he can just get a little bit of a gap. And then Tomlinson closes it up on the higher speed turns. I want to take a quick look around. Everybody looks like they're spread out. I don't want to miss any of this action. As he's looking again to the inside. Oh, he is right on him. Riva's in trouble. Here we come up. I think the Bentley has an advantage on this part of the track right here. Oh, it has a little bit of a miff. The curbs caught him a little bit sideways there. So this might not be his lap to pounce, but I tell you, the speed difference is making that speed up. Is at 250. Looking to the outside, and Riva stays on the inside. Oh, great racing. These two are neck and neck. Oh, the Bentleys, they're side by side coming in, and just a nose ahead. As Riva's giving away there, side by side. Oh, a little kiss for good luck. Riva bumps to the outside, and Tomlinson gets the position. Just like that. Now, does Riva have anything for him? See if we can get a little bit of toe. Oh. How many laps led by Riva, and with 13, just under 14 minutes left. the Bentley has taken the lead for now. Let's see if that BMW strength is in the turns. Look at, see, he can get right with him right here. This is going to be an interesting battle. Here we go. Let's keep it. I hope nothing bad happens because it's such good racing right here. Great show from Meet the Racing, as well as HSR. Two really good drivers just hacking it out here after an hour and what, 47 minutes, 13 minutes to go. The Bentley stretches and flakes on that. Riva's going to have to muster up something here. I wish we could see the tire degradation. It's just that Bentley on the straight line just has that speed advantage where you can see him starting to pull away. Close it up in there a little bit. I think it's going to take a mistake from Tomlinson to let Riva back in this thing. I mean, driver-wise, they're equal. I just think the car, that Bentley, just with that top-end speed, maybe he's got a little less swing. I don't know. We will see. These guys are just duking it out. Now, Ricardo's got to be scratching his head going, how can I catch this guy? No, this is where the advantage lies with that Bentley. Let's see what kind of top speed that Ricardo can get this time. Oh, he's staying right with him. He's getting a little bit of toe. 263, yeah. Nicely done, Ricardo. So that's an encouraging sign. I mean, he was in the toe for sure, but at least he's got to stay with him. We can just stay with him. Keep the pressure on. Just keep applying the pressure. Anything can happen. Meanwhile, quick glance down the field. Wally holding third. Williamson holding fourth. Sylvie comfortably in fifth place. And Ekins, after, thank goodness, the pit stop is cleared, in sixth place. We got Plummer in seventh, the HSR teammate of our leader, Tomlinson. Okay, and now back to this action. Martin is also parked in the pits, so he's our fourth retirement. There's that gap again. See that sector, mid sector 2 to sector 3, that Bentley's clearly has an advantage. Let's see if Ricardo can close this up. Come on, Ricardo. Yeah, I think he's just about able to outbrake him. But is that enough to make up for that speed difference? It's crucial that he stays with him here. Wow, this is great. We are under 10 minutes to go. Those brakes pads are just screaming. Here comes Ricardo. Oh, he's got to run. He's got to run. Look at it. He's going to try to get on the inside. Oh, this could end in disaster. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Where's Ricardo? Okay. Yep. Let him have it. Okay, these guys are racing. Great job, you guys. Now that's some sportsmanship right there. Oh, Ricardo spun. What the heck? Check the replay. Oh, he just lost it. Could that be the difference? Wow. Let's go back. Look at that. He just kind of went wide and went off as Tomlinson was basically letting them catch back up so they could keep racing. Oh, that is most unfortunate. So it looks like now, I think that spoils the differences for us. Let's get back to the broadcasting app here. Oh, man. What a heartbreak for Ricardo. Man. That was brutal, man. I knew when he went to the inside there, he almost had two wheels off in the grass. Nothing good was going to come of that. I mean, what are you going to do? He went for it. That's going to hand Tomlinson this victory. I don't see anything wrong. Both drivers obviously did what they're supposed to do when there's any kind of a question of a punt. You know, you give the position back. I think both drivers were aware of that. You could clearly see they both slowed down. Tomlinson had slowed down to even give the position back to Ricardo, thinking it was his fault. Ricardo then spun himself with no contact on the recovery. So, man, that's how it goes in these races, man. You just never know what's going to happen. You know, from sheer excitement and such an adrenaline rush to instant heartbreak. Man. Oh, holy smokes. And he's still well clear of Bali, who's going to look like he's going to wrap up third place with just over about 6.5 minutes left remaining. But man, I was see a little bit of damage on Tomlinson's car, but yeah, he's well out there now. 16-second gap. Going to be a little bit much for Ricardo to make up. Ricardo's equally got a little bit of damage on the front, but not too much on the sides. But man, whew, after an hour and 50 minutes, it came down to that. Ricardo led the most laps of this race. I think he even still has the fastest lap. I don't know. Sylvie might have had a fast lap. There's a 2:27 for Bali. Nope, a 21:79. A 21:2 for Ekins. A 22 for Plummer. Jones is gone. Tomlinson with that 20.676, I'm sorry. And then Ricardo with that 20.3. So yes, he does have the fastest lap of the race. Oh man. It was clear that the Bentley had an advantage when behind, but then as you can see, when the BMW was in the tow, he had such a run. And going up that Kemmel straight and just took a chance on that inside, you know. I mean, that's the way to get in. You got to go to the inside. Tomlinson defended beautifully. I didn't see it ending except in tears. I knew it was going to be sketchy starting from that inside there. As we are now under 5 minutes. And it looks as though the Bentley is going to take it. Let's see if we can see some timetables here. Total time. There we go. 46:40. 14-second gap with 3 minutes left. There's no shot. But man, most unfortunate. So there's no conquerors, only survivors. And it looks like Tomlinson is going to be the survivor. I feel bad for Riva. I mean, that must be what it's like to have to pick a broken nose, you know. It's just like, wow. Would have been a great battle. But that's motorsport. I mean, two solid contacts get side by side and they collide, stuff's going to happen. Bali just finishing up this 2-hour marathon. Coming up on 11 a.m. Williamson in that Audi. And due to the pit stop deal, it's the Selby has split the Audis up with a nice 5th place finish for Tanner. It looks like it's going to be, barring any further incidents. That 42 car, I think we're going to start probably the last lap here with 2:20. It's very confusing on the start-finish line. You see the checkered line right there, but then the race starts down the old start-finish by the pit lane. So with 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left, I haven't heard the leaders on the last lap call yet, so he might have crossed the line first. And Ricardo is gaining. I mean, he's got a 16-second to 14 and now down to 12. But he's just run out of time after that incident. Still a strong performance. Finished second. After missing out on the first 2 races of the series. But this is pretty much a special event. I feel bad that some of the guys couldn't make it that all signed up. But I'm happy and proud of the guys that got this done and finished it. Okay, so as we are under just about 1 minute to go. There is your leader, Tomlinson. 2nd place, Ricardo Riva. 3rd place, Ricardo Bali. And points leader, 4th place, Peter Williamson in that Audi. Great run by Peter today. 5th place, Tanner. Finally, Tanner gets to finish the race without getting wiped out. He's had some bad luck in this series, but he's hung in there. Done a great job. I believe with just 22 seconds left, if Tomlinson gets to the line before the clock runs out, we will have 1 more lap. That is if indeed that is the line. But he's got 9 seconds to get there. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go. Last lap. So that is the official timing line, however, not the start line. I think they moved that to avoid the hairpin crashes that turn 1. So as you can see, Rivas shaved 4 seconds off that gap in 4 laps, so about a second a lap faster right now. Tomlinson's probably just kicking back. He's probably got a little bit of damage. But unfortunate for Ricardo. It was a brilliant race by both of these guys. Great strategies. Really fun to watch that end. After all that time, to have that great battle at the end was really entertaining. So I hope those of you that stuck with us through the way, thanks for staying with us. I hope you've enjoyed a few nice cold beverages on this Saturday evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's been a lot of fun. And we are about to end this 2-hour marathon day to night to day transition that Assetto Corsa Capizone has given us. Big thanks to Kunos and the gang for supplying us with this awesome simulator. There's your third place, Bali. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at SimRacingOnline is the Automobilista 298 IndyCar Series at Road America. Should be a good one. If you have that sim installed, I highly suggest you jump on that. Jump in with us. That's tomorrow, Sunday, starting at 1800 Q. Williamson in that Audi with a strong 4th place finish, as I think we are about ready to wrap this one up. It's all fundamental now as Tomlinson comes through the last part of Sector 3, heading into the turn 19 and 20 chicane for the last time. And there is your winner. Andrew Tomlinson finishes first. Nice job, Andrew. Woohoo! And Bali and Ricardo. There's Ricardo 2nd place. Great job, Ricardo. Berto coming around. He's some time behind. Gap to that 3rd place. As Bali finishes the line in 3rd place. Get some good points here. That probably will keep his 1st place championship alive. There's Williamson in the Audi. Again, got almost a sector behind after 2 hours of racing. All the different incidents. Fireworks are going off for that Bentley. Great job, Peter. And then our Tanner. Nice. I believe that's a 5th place. I think it's out of whack now because somebody left the server already. Yeah, Ricardo left already. So it is 5th place for Tanner. Nice job, Tanner. And 6th place for Ekin. Another great race. There it is. There is your finishers. Wow. What a race. Great job by everybody. Thanks for watching. It's really been fun bringing this to you. I hope you were able to stick around or at least maybe watch some of the highlights. Like I said, maybe check it out tomorrow. 24 hours, it'll render in 1440 if you like that high-res thing, although it was broadcast in 1080p. Should be good to go. I want to thank you all for watching, and we are out, and I will see you next time.